Good morning, good morning. This is Torrance Davis with the last episode of Good Morning Gamer. Wanted to make this last video a discussion about my transition, what's going on with me. Probably a couple things you wanted me to comment on that I haven't commented on. And say goodbye to you folks. All right, so everybody knows I'm 50 years old. 50. When you believe it or not, when you hit 50, everybody's like, "Oh, it's not a big deal." Blah blah. When you're in your 30s or 40s, whatever. 50 is just gonna be like 42. When you turn 50, it doesn't happen immediately. I turned 50 back in April of last year. I'm gonna be 51 in a couple months. I turned 50 in April of last year, 2020. That year, and nothing happens right away. But of you people out there, what do you mean, you people? Of you dudes out there that are creatives, whether you're musicians, artists, builders, painters, writers, whatever you do, if you do something creatively, you know that when you have to work a 9 to 5, it eats away at your creativity. It's not that you don't want to be creative, but when you get up at 6 and you work all day long and you come home and you got to cook dinner, if you have kids to take care of, whatever, you don't have time to be creative. It's hard. It was easier when I was younger. When I was younger, I had all the time in the world. You guys, I've told many of you before, when I was creating my first magazine, I'd work until 3 a.m. in the morning and then started over again the next day. It was no big deal. And I still had to work, but I was young and full of energy and whatever. Now that I'm 50, there was this constant knocking on my head. There was this thing that was bothering me, and I could not figure it out. I was stuck. And it took nearly all of 2020 for me to figure it out. I'd say maybe 3 to 4 weeks ago, it hit me. What was going on with me? So I'm a super creative person, jackass of all trades. There's many things I want to do, many things I love to do. When I was younger, like a lot of you cats in my 20s, all that mattered was fucking video games and movies and all that. There was other creative stuff I wanted to do, but video games was always at the top of the list because video games gave me a chance to exit the real world and become something else. It gave me a chance to be the superhero, to save worlds, and experience things through the television and a controller. I mean, like, really get into shit. I used to be in games like Riku-san 1 is now. And it was like always a priority. I'm going to game till I'm dead, period. I'm still going to game till I'm dead. However, as I got older and, raised my son, did the Warzone, did all this stuff, things started to take a back seat. And in more recent times, I'd say 2020, along with COVID and all the other stuff that's been going on, there's just been something that's just been bothering me. And I think what it is, at first I thought I was going through a midlife crisis. No, it's not a midlife crisis because I don't want to buy a Corvette or anything like that. I want to spend all my money on camera gear, But all the things that I truly love to do, it was bothering me that I wasn't doing them. And I'm a different person now than I was 25 years ago. 25 years ago was 1995. I went to my first E3. I created my first video game magazine. That's where all this started. 25 years later, I'm still the same, but I'm very different. And I couldn't figure it out. Every day, I'm like, what is wrong with me? What is happening here? And I thought about all the things I wanted to do, all the screenplays I wanted to write, all the music I wanted to make. And this COVID and my job, it was just getting in the way of everything. And I know that sucks to say that, but your job gets in the way of shit. If you earn a living at something and you call it work, then it's probably not what you want to be doing for a living. If you're doing something for a living and you call it a career, then that's different. But work is work. You do work because you have to make ends meet. You have to put food on the table, et cetera, et cetera. So I work. I get up and I work. I have a great job. You know, there's a lot of great things about my job. You know, pays really good money. I'm lucky to have this job during this pandemic. I'm super lucky. I'm considered an essential worker, but you know, I still have other things I want to do. So it's been bothering me. So I was stuck and I couldn't figure out, like, what the hell's wrong? Is it midlife crisis? What the fuck is going on? And about 3 weeks ago, I finally figured it out. I'm like, I've leveled up. Ching. You know, when you're playing Final Fantasy and you finish off that mob and then plays the music and everybody levels up. I've leveled up. I've leveled up several times since I was 25 years old, but you know, those high levels are always the hardest to get to. And I've leveled up. That's what happened. I've leveled up. I'm not farming zebras and for horseshoes anymore. You know, I'm looking to fight the dragon. So I've leveled up. So when I say that, it's like I need to do those things that I'm supposed to be doing, those things that are joyful to my heart. I need to do those things. And that is different than I've been. While I've wanted to do a lot of this stuff and I've done a little bit of, you know, I wrote a book, whatever. I've recorded some music, but that's my true love. And I haven't really been giving my true love the attention it needs. And because I've leveled up and I finally realize where my priorities need to be in life, I was stuck for a while because it was there right in front of me, but I couldn't figure it out. I recently signed up for the CES. Knowing the CES was going to be digital, I said, oh, I'll do the digital CES like I did the digital iCast last year, and it should be cool. I haven't been to the CES in a while. Maybe there's going to be some cool stuff. I'll post some stories on the coalition. So I got my press credentials, thanks to Rich and Gary. And the CES happened, and it was just, I was getting fucking press releases for health products, and it was just, there was nothing really cool. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, this isn't what I wanted, you know? So I'm like, okay, I gave it a chance. It sucked. It's not what I want to do. I don't want to report on games anymore. At all. I don't want to talk about them. I know you guys love my opinion on games. I'm going to give you my last opinion on games during this Good Morning Gamer. So sit back, grab yourself a bowl of hot cereal or Cinnamon Toast Crunch or coffee, eggs, bacon, whatever you may have. Sit back. I know it's late right now, but some of us like to have a brunch on Saturdays. It's cold outside. So anyway, I've leveled up. I've leveled up. I'm a different person. I'm a different man. I think differently than I used to, but then again, I think the same. You know, I still have the same confidence I've always had. I still run my mouth like I've always have. I still have a good judge of character. I'm still the same person, but I'm different. So, being different and knowing what I want in life, in order to prioritize and have time to do the things that you truly enjoy, it means you have to sacrifice other things. So while I'll continue to play games for the rest of my life, I treat games like a TV show. Most of us may only spend 1 to 2 hours watching our favorite TV shows during the week. Right now it's WandaVision. You know, what WandaVision's like, what, a half hour? So maybe I'll play Titanfall 2 once a week for an hour. You know, still gaming. You know, I realize that the dreams of beating a game like Witcher 3, it's just not going to happen. Why do I want to sink 80 motherfucking hours into a video game? I don't want to do that. It's a waste of time. I don't even feel accomplished. I wouldn't even feel accomplished if I sat down right now and beat The Witcher 3. I would not feel accomplished. I would feel that I wasted 80 hours of my life playing some game when I could have used that time to do something else or be creative or create something that nobody else on the planet's creative that I can give to you guys and you could read or watch or listen to for the rest of your life. So it is a tough pill to swallow being a gamer my entire life. And going back to those days where I used to play fucking 10 hours of games a day and stay up till 3 a.m. playing Fantasy Star and just everything and all that stuff and all the World of Warcraft shit we did. But when you look back at it, and I don't regret anything I ever did, but I can't do that stuff now. I don't want to do that stuff now. I don't want to put 20 hours into a game. I don't want to put 80 hours into a game. I need quick fixes. Titanfall 2 is a quick fix. You get on, you kill a few people, Call of Duty. And if I am going to play a story game, I'm only putting 30 to 60 minutes into it a night. It may take me a year to beat a 20-hour game. If I play it, if I go by that schedule, I mean that's it. So there's a lot of stuff I want to do. Games are now way low on my priority list, and high on my priority list is being creative, making money, hustling. I told you guys, I posted on Twitter the other day that Twitter stock. I mentioned stocks on Twitter. This is before the GameStop thing happened. And I've mentioned it a couple times, how people really need to learn about the stock market and Forex and things like that, because this is a way for you guys to make some extra splat money. Splat is West Medford slang for extra money, splat money. Money you don't have to use to spend on bills. Your bills are paid, your food's bought, your car payment's made. What do you have left that you can spend on anything you want? Splat money, okay? How do you get splat money if you're not making a ton with your job? You hustle and do other things like sell stocks. And then you get splat money, Oh shit, a new game came out. I got $80 splat money in my pocket. I'll go pick it up. Fuck it, splat money. But you also have to learn how to invest, how to save your money, and how to make a better future for yourself. You got to look at where you're at now and ask yourself, I want everybody that's watching this video, I want you to ask yourself, are you happy with your life now? And do you want your life to be this way for the rest of your life? Meaning, are you so content at what you're doing with your life now that you could do this for the rest of your life and you'd be happy? A lot of you are probably going to say, no, fuck that bullshit. A lot of us go to college, get out of high school, go to college, get all this fucking debt because we want that dream job. Then you come out of school, you got to work off that debt. You're not going to get that dream job right away. Nobody's going to pay you the money you want because you don't have the experience. It's fucked up. It's a bad, broken cycle. We have the tools right now. Like when I was growing up, we didn't have these tools. A lot of you young cats, the tools you have right now, you can become fucking millionaires and you don't even realize it. If I had this shit when I was coming up, oh my God. Are you kidding me? So I've accepted where I am. I've accepted my thoughts. I understand my path. I know where I want to go. I've accepted it. And part of accepting that is cutting off the things that really aren't doing much for me. I know you guys love the Warzone. I know you love Good Morning Gamer, all that stuff. Podcast appearances I've been on, some of the stories I've wrote, videos I've made. Great stuff, but it doesn't make me happy anymore. It doesn't please me. I don't get anything from it. I am now purely doing this for you. And if you're doing something for somebody else and you're not getting anything out of it, then you're not doing anything for yourself. So I need to do things for Torrance. And in leveling up, that is what I realized. How do I make Torrance happy? And I know how to make Torrance happy. The hustle for money right now, the stocks and the Forex, it is fucking awesome. I wish I knew this shit years ago. But you know what? No regrets. I know it now, and that is where I'm putting my focus. I work. I do Forex. I'm going to be doing a lot of creative stuff. You're going to be seeing me not on podcasts or anything, but you're going to be seeing different stuff from me. You're going to be seeing a lot of different things from me that you've never seen before. So it's not like I'm going to disappear forever. And I just wanted to tell you guys You know, this is the last Good Morning Gamer. No more Good Morning Gamer. No more Warzone. No more guest appearances on podcasts. I'm done. You know, there are minions out there doing all the work that I used to do. You know, when there was only a few of us out there. You know, so there's plenty of outlets for you guys to find what you're looking for in terms of video games, but it's just not for me anymore. It is time for me to truly retire, like truly retire from this fucking game. I got so many things to say. I can't stand, don't fucking, I've told you guys this before. So part of CES, I get all these press releases, right? I get press releases telling me, you know, we'll send you something to check out. I'm like, is that going to be good for the coalition? Yeah, that would be pretty dope. So I said, yeah, send me one. Oh, we don't have enough. Well, fuck you. Don't put out a press. Like, I'm not your fucking intern working at your marketing corporation, you know? Don't just send me a press release so I can regurgitate that shit. That's what they do. They send you this press release and they want you to regurgitate it. So they may send out, let's just say there's 200 outlets that you actually work with, but you have 1,000 outlets on your email list. So they'll send out a press release to 1,000 outlets, but they're only going to send 200 of those outlets actual review materials so they could write about the product. The other 800 outlets, that's extra marketing for them. That's free marketing for them. Okay? Oh, they'll post it on their website. That's free marketing for our product. But I really want to give the review copies to the guys that are on Mental Critic and the guys that have millions of viewers and the guys that are YouTube creators with 1 million fucking followers and all this stuff. And I get that. You want a return on your investment, but you know, that's not the type of business I want to be dealing with anymore, and it fucking irritates me. Don't fill my mailbox with shit if you're not going to give me the product to review. And I'm not begging for stuff. I can afford all the shit on my own. I don't need it. You know, if I truly find something that I love that's out there, I'll just buy it. I can afford it. So I'm not looking for free shit. But if you want me to tell my followers and fans and viewers about your product, then you need to give me the product so I can talk about it. Press release ain't shit. You know, press release is white paper and specs and hoopla about a new product, but it doesn't do my fans any good. You know? So, you know, and I don't know, there's a lot of guys that are out there that are doing blogs and stuff like that. I don't know how you guys feel about that, because I know you're out there. I know you guys are getting I know there's some dudes out there getting press releases that aren't getting fucking review materials, and it's got to be irritating. And I'm telling you right now, if you're one of the smaller guys out there that isn't getting stuff, then if you want to talk about stuff, you have to spend your own money on stuff. Reinvest in yourself. You take that splat money. You want to review a fucking new game? Take some splat money, buy that fucking game, and review it. You're not doing it for the company. You're doing it for your fans. You're investing in yourself. You will build a fan base if you do that. And eventually, said company will start sending you stuff because they get a return on their investment. I'm going to be all over the place today. Just bear with me, okay? So shit like that pisses me off. I'm past all that stuff, and I'm doing for me. And I'll be honest with you, as much as I love new tech and technology and video games and all that stuff, I came to a realization that I'm not a tech YouTuber, and I don't want to be a tech YouTuber. Imagine if I continued doing the tech stuff with Techio, and then I got 1 million fucking subscribers on YouTube, and I'm getting a whole mess of money from making videos doing that. That would be the rest of my life. I can't stop doing tech now to work on a rap album or write a movie and film a movie, because I have to keep giving to those 1 million subscribers on YouTube, because that's now paying my salary. Now I'm stuck. So now I'm going to be reviewing videos, reviewing tech for the rest of my fucking career. Now, there are some dudes on YouTube that absolutely love to do that. Marcus Brownlee loves to do that, you know? So more power to him, but that's not what I love. And then, to be honest with you, it is a chore setting up cameras and lighting to open a box and show somebody hardware. It's a fucking chore. That's not the kind of setups I want to be doing. I want to be doing setups in a dark alley with somebody with a Batman motherfucker suit on, you know, just filming a scene in a movie. Not a fucking phone. You know, that is not me. I love my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. I don't care about unboxing it for the world. I thought about that the other day. I'm like, imagine if the Warzone fucking blew up so big that I had 1 million subscribers on YouTube and I had to keep doing the Warzone even though I didn't want to. So now I'm doing the Warzone because fuck, I'm making a living off of it, and I got 1 million subscribers waiting to know how I feel about The Last of Us 2. I can't let all those guys down. That's 1 million fucking... At what point do you say you can't let people down? 500? Oh, that's not a big deal. 1,000, not a big deal. 2,000? Nope. 5? Nope. 10? At 10,000, you're probably making about $300 to $400 a month. Your footprint on YouTube and the internet's getting bigger. At that point, you got to keep going. You don't really have to, but you know what I'm saying. So, I'm kind of glad things didn't happen the way they did because I have other dreams and aspirations, and I can't imagine that Warzone episode 628. You know, and I'd appreciate the love. I always appreciate the love. It's the love that kept me going as long as it did. And if I didn't have you guys, I would have killed the Warzone a long time ago. But it's that love for what I do. It's those stories they heard, like the guy who's driving on the Autobahn every morning listening to Warzone. The guy who lost a child and listened to my show, you know, and it's just, there's so many stories I've heard from people that you never see in the comment section, and you never heard from, that have emailed me stories and stuff about how my show affected them and shaped them. And that was great because back then, that's what I wanted to do. I love radio, but I've technically done radio. Shit, I've done radio for 12 years straight. If you really want to count it, I've done radio for 12, I'll say 13 years straight. I don't want to do radio anymore. You know, I want to do other things. This is my last bit of radio. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to be all over the place. So my advice to all you guys out there that are creative, that have creative outlets, no matter what they are, please take time, especially if you're young. I want you to think about this. Please take time to fulfill those dreams now while you are young and healthy and you have years ahead of you. You know, I've always looked at lifespan. The average man lives to what? 80, the average black man? I'm 50, yeah. I'm 50 now. So I technically, if I stay in good health, I technically have 30 years to live. 30 years, once you get 50, 30 years is not a long time because you already know what it's like to live 30 years. Those of you that are under 30, you don't know what it's like to live 30 years. You know what it's like to live 20 years, to live 25 years. By the time you're 20, you're like, oh shit, I had 60 more years before I'm 80. That's a long fucking time. Well, I'm 50. It ain't a long time to get to 80. And as you get older, your body starts to break down. Things start to happen. Your doctor starts sticking his finger up your ass. Okay? And as you get older, you start to see people pass. You start to see older family members pass. I have a couple friends that have passed away. I had a dear friend that died like a year and a half ago. That was my age that died. You know, I lost my cousin. You know, he started all this with me, you know. So as you get older, you start to see people pass and you really start thinking about your mortality. You really start thinking about what you have done and what you haven't done and how much time you got left on the planet. And it's not easy. It's really not. I know I keep looking around. What am I looking for? So anyway, I've also started this project where I'm making room for, so my PS5 is actually behind my TV. Okay. You see the PS5 back there? And you know, so there's the shelf. I've made room to put the PS5 there. The Xbox is being put away today because my Xbox X is on the way. And then I got another museum. There's a museum over there with all my old consoles and shit. I am throwing shit out. I'm minimizing. I want to be like somebody that doesn't have a lot of shit. That's the life of some throwing shit out. Feels so good. So that's one change I'm making. I'm reorganizing shit. It's great. So that's enough of that. So that's why this is happening. That's why this is the last episode. A couple of things I wanted to speak on that I haven't spoken on. I want to speak on Microsoft raising the price of Xbox Live, doubling the price of Xbox Live. So here's the thing. A lot of people, like you guys went fucking crazy on Twitter. That fucking ripoffs is crazy. And then you hear the occasional story about somebody who only buys Call of Duty and pays for Xbox Live Gold, which I understand. You have a right to be pissed off, but don't come to me expecting me to be angry. When Microsoft raised the price of Xbox Live Gold, when they doubled it from $60 to $120 a year, I'm like, so what? I got Game Pass Ultimate. What am I worried about? Right? And I'm like, why are you people so angry? Most of the people that were actually angry and posting stuff on Twitter have Game Pass. And it's like, well, don't you feel bad about the guy who only uses Xbox Live and plays free-to-play games? Other than children that you buy a console for and all they play is free-to-play games because you don't want to go to the store every Tuesday to buy them a $60 game. So you give them an Xbox or a PlayStation and they play fucking Fortnite and PUBG and whatever else is free, Minecraft, and that's all they're playing, and now you got to pay $120 a year for that shit. Okay. But I don't care. If, like, don't sit here and say, Torrance, you don't have any business telling me what to do with my money, but then ask me to be mad when a corporation raises prices on shit. Case in point. And I've brought this up before. I like to repeat myself because some of y'all just don't get it. So Sony went for years talking about how PSN is free. PSN is free. PSN is free. It'll all be free. Oh, you got to pay for Microsoft Xbox Live. But then when the PS4 came out, and they snuck that $5 to play online in there. And not only did they sneak the $5 to play online, they put it in PS Plus. So in order to play Call of Duty, you had to get PS Plus. I didn't see one person angry about that because you guys were so happy that the PlayStation 4 was $399 that you just didn't give a fuck that you had to pay for PSN. Now I don't give PSN's free. Now I got to pay for PS Plus. I don't care. It's just like I don't get that. Like, and I wasn't mad about it. I didn't care. But the same people that were cheering on that the PlayStation Plus or the PSN was free, the same people cheering that on, it's free, ha ha ha. Now you have to pay $5 a month. And that $5 a month is included in the PlayStation Plus fee, so it's not really $5 a month. It's $5 in additional to what you're paying for PS Plus, which I think was $60 a year. So you're fine with that. All of a sudden, you're fine for paying online, and nobody got mad at Sony. Nobody, not a single soul, because Sony said, "Here's this brand new badass console with 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 that you don't know what the fuck is." And it's $399. You were so fucking smitten over that fucking price that you didn't care that you had to pay online. But then years later, you're gonna come at me and other Xbox gamers and say this is ridiculous that they doubled the price of Xbox Live when everybody knows why they did it. They're trying to force people off of Xbox Live Gold and onto Game Pass Ultimate. Yes, Game Pass Ultimate is a better deal. I know it's not for everybody. I know if you got a 10-year-old and all they do is play fucking Fortnite, that, yeah, you don't need Game Pass Ultimate, but guess what? They're a corporation, and they got to make money. Microsoft and Sony are not in this business to fucking circle jerk you. They are here to make money off of you. You are dollar signs to them. When they see you, they see dollar signs. I don't want to hear about this shit about what they're doing for gamers and all this stuff. And not only did so they come in and they double the price of Xbox Live, which I didn't really give a shit about because I have Game Pass Ultimate. And I gave you many reasons why Game Pass Ultimate is still better than Xbox Live Gold, even at $60. Because there were other arguments. Well, what if you like to own the disc? All these own the disc people can kiss my motherfucking ass, because you're the same people that when the music revolution changed to streaming only, guess what? You stopped buying music CDs and you use fucking Apple Music, fucking Spotify, fucking Pandora, fucking Tidal. You switch from the hard plastic disc to music streaming. You don't rent VHS tapes or DVDs anymore because you're on Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime and Disney Plus and Apple TV. You're cool with that. But oh, wait a minute. Microsoft comes up with the video game version of Netflix and you're like, oh, that's bad for business, blah, 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 blah. Fuck this, fuck that. You know, I like to own the disc and this and that and PS Now and this and that. You know, I need to hold that plastic disc. And you put that game in there, mostly single player games, and you beat it in whatever amount of hours, and then you sit that plastic on your shelf. I don't get any of that, you know. I do understand why people got mad at Microsoft for doubling the price of Xbox Live. I don't think that's the way they should have done it. If they really want to get people off Xbox Live, they should have said, in August of 2021, Xbox Live is going away. If you still have an Xbox Live subscription, it'll be converted to Game Pass Ultimate. At that point, you can decide whether you want to leave or not. Once your Game Pass Ultimate subscription runs out. Fuck it. Right? That's how they should have did it. And the bad thing is, supposedly this was a corporate decision, and Xbox team didn't know about it, and there was a fight and an argument, and then they got it to turn around. They turned it around, so it's not doubled. And then they told everybody that they're removing the paywall for things like Fortnite and Netflix or whatever, the paywall to play video games, right? And everybody started cheering Microsoft for removing that paywall. Motherfuckers, they've had that paywall for over a decade. Sony didn't have it. Microsoft has had the paywall for over a fucking decade. Ever since the fucking 360 days, they had that paywall. Do not praise them for announcing that they're removing the paywall now. Do not praise them for that. They're corporations. They're not your friends. They're not your aunt, your uncle, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your daughter, or your son. They're not your left hand when it's jacking you off or your right when it's feeling your balls. They are fucking corporations, and the only thing they care about, okay, is a return on their investment. They want to make money. That's what they care about. Money. How do they make money? What's the best way to return to get a profit? Profit margins. But you guys act like these corporations are your fucking friends and you defend them. People say, oh, I defend Microsoft. I defend what's right. I don't care if it's Microsoft, Sony. I'll defend what's right. I'll shit on what's wrong. But when they make moves like this, I'm not going to get pissed about it because there's a lot of other stuff happening in the world that I should be, putting that energy on. I'm not getting pissed about video games. I'm not getting pissed about the fuck shit that Warner Brothers and DC are doing. I can't get pissed about that. The only thing that should piss me off is when my money is going someplace that's not giving me enjoyment. And I don't even get pissed off at that. If I'm paying for something and it's not working out the way I want, then I take my money back and I stop using your service. So I really don't care that Microsoft raised the price for Xbox Live. I think it's good that they went back on that after the gamers yelled and screamed about it. But how come the gamers aren't yelling and screaming about day one DLC or day one patches? How come they're not screaming about Madden not changing every year? They're only changing a couple things and still charging you $60. Where's the outcry for that? They cry. They made this big deal about Cyberpunk, rightfully so, but they never make that big deal when other games are broken. Why? Why are gamers still fucking pre-ordering games? This isn't the fucking 90s when you had to wait in line to get a copy of a game, and if you didn't wait in line at midnight to get a copy, then you wouldn't have a copy for 2 weeks. You know why? Because we're in the digital age. So if you want a game the day that it's released, all you got to do is go on your console and go to the store and buy it and download the digital version. And it's not like it's streaming. You're downloading the bits to your hard drive. And because you downloaded it, No matter what happens, even if your console explodes and burns and falls into the bottom of the ocean, if you get another console, you get that game again because there's a record that you own that game. People say you don't own the digital stuff, you only own the physical copies. Well, what happens to the guy that has a bunch of physical copies of games on his fucking bookshelf and his house burns down? He still has to go to the store and buy it again. You can't go to GameStop and say, remember I bought the game, so just give me another one for free. You can't do that. I'll take digital over physical any day. But in this day and age, there is absolutely no reason for any gamer to ever pre-order a game again. How come you guys can't get together and say, hey, let's not pre-order the next big video game? Let's not pre-order it. You're not getting anything for pre-ordering. And if you're one of these people that are pre-ordering because of pre-order bonuses, you're fucking stupid. Those bullshit pre-order bonuses you get, like, get the fuck out of here. You know, you don't need to pre-order shit anymore. Walk in the store. When Ghost of Tsushima came out, I didn't pre-order it. I went online, went to Target, paid for it, went to Target, walked in, grabbed my copy. Didn't need to pre-order. You don't need to pre-order games anymore. Stop pre-ordering fucking games. Stop giving people money and not having the fucking product. Ugh. The GameStop thing. The stocks. It's fucking amazing. I love what Wall Street Bets is doing. They actually saved AMC, believe it or not, because AMC and GameStop made so much money off this. It's ridiculous. It's just, there's a lot of crazy things that have happened since last year, and so many people have showed their face. So white racist people in government have showed their face. White racist people in America who have always been there. For you folks to say racism isn't like it used to be. No, it's not like it used to be, but it's still here. Yeah, you're not seeing burning crosses anymore or people hanging from trees and all that stuff. But the racism's still here. It's got a different coat of paint, but it's still racism. You saw those motherfuckers come out of the woodwork. You saw what happened at the Capitol. You know, everybody showed their ass last year. And the rich people are showing their ass now. Rich people don't give a fuck if you're black, white, Asian, Latino. If you're poor, you are shit to them. A white rich man does not give a shit about a white poor man. Donald Trump never gave a shit about any of his fucking Walmart fucking wanderers, his fucking people working on farms, all those fucking MAGA hat people that are below fucking 50K a year, 40K a year, working paycheck to paycheck, all those guys. Donald Trump doesn't care about them, never cared about them. Rich people don't care about poor people. Plain and simple. And to see this manifest itself over this stock market shit is fucking hilarious to me. It's almost like we're in some kind of fucking movie or something, or fantasy world to see all this shit happen. I am so glad those guys lost billions. I'm so glad they got fucked, because fuck them. Who gives a fuck? Nobody gives a shit about us. You know, nobody gives a shit about poor people. And I'm not just saying poor people. I'm like anybody who makes less than $200,000 a year. You don't matter to the world. So that's all I'm going to say about politics and stocks and everything. Worst video game I played in 2020 was Last of Us 2. It was a piece of shit. I don't know why everybody likes it, but, you know, to each his own. But as far as I'm concerned, nobody should have to tell you to keep playing. It gets better. You know? Have you ever started watching a really shitty film? Did you stay hoping it got better? Or did you turn it off? If somebody has to tell you it gets better, then it's a shit fucking game. Last of Us 2 had fuck it all pacing. It didn't make any sense. It was shitty. A lot of you guys got mad because they killed Joel off. I don't give a shit about that. The fucking game sucked. It fucking sucked. It was pretentious. It was bullshit. It was a waste of fucking time. It's one of the worst games I ever fucking played. Glad I'm done with it. And it's like, no. When I pay $60 for a game, I want to jump in and I want to go, oh my fucking God, this is incredible right away. That's what I want to do. If a game doesn't do that right away, it's not worth my fucking time. Ghost of Tsushima did it right away. Sekiro did it right away. Every game that I love, every game that I said is really good, is incredible, it's because it did that right away. Every game that I fucking hate didn't do that. Persona 5 didn't do that. Yakuza did. Last of Us 2 is pure garbage. Okay? Nobody can convince me otherwise. There's no way I'm ever going to play through that game to see how it turns out. Fuck it. They took what I thought was a great formula and they fucked it up by adding more bullshit. I couldn't believe I spent all that time walking through a whole house just to find a fucking gun. It's just, I'm not going to get into it. One of the worst games I ever played. Last of Us 2. Hands down. Okay? So, there's my commentary on Last of Us 2. I have to give away a box of goodies. And I was, let me see here. I posted earlier this month that I had a box of goodies to give away. And you had to follow me. And then I would pick a random follower to get the box of goodies. And the amazing thing about me is a lot of people... The following thing, I don't get it because I think sometimes people see a cool tweet from you and they follow you and then they don't see certain things. So maybe they didn't see the contest or whatever and you tell them they won and then they don't get back to you or whatever. The world is fucking amazing. Okay? So I don't understand how all that works and everything. I know some people follow other people for contests and they're like, oh my God, and they're watching every day hoping they win and everything. It's just fucking weird to me. So anyway, so I want to announce the winner for the contest. The winner was Mike Perez or Dr. Cool 13. You won the box of goodies. I will contact you via DM and send you the information. You can send me your address and you'll get the box of goodies. There's a whole mess of stuff in there. Some of that stuff is games that my cousin had, my cousin Perry, who passed away. I had a lot of stuff in there, and I figured it was best to just give it away to somebody who will really enjoy it. So, Mike Perez, Dr. Cool 13, you won. Now, lastly, on my to-do list, I'd like to say thanks to everybody for supporting me all these years. Thanks to all my fans and newfound friends that have followed me. I really don't like going down a list of names because ultimately people are going to be left out and they might feel bad about it. But, everybody that's followed me, you know who you are. You know who you are. Everybody that's taken the time to reach out to me. So the minions are people who have joined me in some way or another and went on to actually make careers in video games. Hip Hop Gamer, Andrea Renee, Tony Polanco, people who have at some point joined me and did some amazing things as far as content creation. John Shaw, Matt Oog. When you know somebody and they have an internet name and a real name, and I need to say their name, I don't know whether to pick their internet name or their it gets so confusing. So, Gary Swaby, Matt Jones, who started Video Game Time with me many years ago. Matt Jones. So I met Matt in, I think it was Electronics Boutique at the time in San Diego, and he had gotten a brand new Jaguar. The Jaguar just came out. And at the time, I was still looking for writers, so I asked him to write Jaguar reviews for me, and he did. Social Gamer for everything he does. A lot of you guys, even if you're younger, a lot of who you are and what you do, you actually do influence me. Social Gamer's got to be the cleanest, most organized gamer I know. So I'm trying to be more like him. So shout out to Social Gamer. Me and Social and John Saw, we had a good time during PAX. It was great. More people over in London. Brian, Brett the Bet, Murdoch, Freddie, Miss Freddie. Freddie's my running mate. Me and Freddie have a good time when we're together. Thanks to COVID, that ain't happening. There's so many people out there, so many fans. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, there's just so many. But you know who you are. You know who you are. So if I didn't say your name, don't feel bad and go get some help, because you shouldn't feel bad that I didn't say your name, because you know who you are. DJ Killzone Zones. Yeah, y'all are, oh, fuck that, what's that? David Giltman, who I found out was, it's actually Giltinen, who I found out is in Boston. David does voiceovers. I have so many. I'm going through this list here just to find some names. There's so fucking many. Red Infamy. Oh God. There must be at least 1,000 people that follow me. A Little Tussin, Jamal Thomas, Kwaku, Cube, Dio, Bo, Black. I think I already mentioned Richard Bailey. Hayabusa, who's very silent on Twitter, but he knows who he is. Kalel, Big Boss. Rikuson One, of course. Jason, otherwise known as Jack L or Jack 5L. God damn, John Agan. Somebody who I recently followed as a fan, Sonny. AJ Breezy, Jader, 1982, Gregory Shavers, Reggie B, Esco, all the dudes from Games on Smash, The Finest, Ruben in Arizona, who I actually met in Arizona. Went fishing with, want to get back out there. Parrot is a Parrot, who I also met in person. Candid Anthony, always, Ice, crazy ass Damon Percival, Malik Forte. There's just so many people I can't even. Rockstar Steven, Jack Hannikin, Sonia Wins, Emilia Lopez, Chris Seeley, Anthony Frazier, who's a huge inspiration. Daniel Lawson. So many fucking people. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, all you guys, everybody out there who supported me, I want to thank you all. Atticus, Khalif, Honor Gal Jordan, remember Icon X? Icon X. There's just so many people. Nick Chester, I Am Legend, Jeffrey Wilson, Khaleesi, Art Lincoln. So many fucking people. Thank all you guys and everybody who I didn't mention for following me all these years and checking out all my stuff and keeping me going. Because, again, I wouldn't have gone this far without you guys, I'd also like to give a couple special shout outs to my parents for supporting me all these years and all the crazy shit I did, allowing me to move away from home at 18. My aunts, who also nurtured my love for being a nerd, and my grandfather and grandmother and my grandmother, Grandma Davis, always knew that I loved video games and all this stuff. My best friend, Bub, and everything we've done, Cindy, my girlfriend, who is my rock, and she's really, she's a ride or die. She's got me into the whole money game and the stocks, and supports everything I do, gives me no fucking drama. If you're out there and you're single, you need to find a girl that supports you like this one does me. That's what you need in life, okay? My son, who has also supported my stuff and realized that dad's a gamer and he's going to be doing that shit sometimes, and I'll just kick his ass in zombies once in a while, just everybody. My cousin Perry, who's gone now, who helped start this whole thing with me. He's now resting in peace and gaming in the clouds, and it's just been a crazy wild ride, and it's about to get wilder. So I want to thank everybody for listening, and I'll see you sometime in the near future. I don't know where, but I'll see you. Peace out.